Hello, welcome to Mind class. Today we're going to be going through some pretty basic movement when it comes to poses and flexibility and a little bit of mobility, okay? So we've done this routine before a very long time ago. It's actually the very first Mind class that we did. So we will need a mat today. You can be barefoot or with socks on, or if you like grippy socks, that's fine too. I did bring out a yoga block today, just in case. I'll show you some of the poses with the block. You don't need one if you don't have one, but it might make things like a low lunge or a triangle a little bit easier, and some of the squats that we do maybe a little bit more supported, okay? So if you have a yoga block, cool. If not, that's fine too. You can use a hardcover book. You can use a flat-headed dumbbell that's very heavy and sturdy, or even a water bottle that's sturdy, okay, if you really need it. Otherwise, you don't need one, okay? We'll go ahead and start our watches for yoga. Play some music if you'd like. I have some playing in the background, but I don't know if you'll be able to hear it very well. We will go ahead and start in the center of our mat, standing tall and mountain. Let me turn up my volume here. Thanks for joining today. This is going to be lovely. You're going to feel really good moving through it, and then afterwards you're going to feel really good as well. So plant your feet about hip width. Shoulders roll down and back. Let's give a nice big inhale. Release. And let's hinge forward towards the floor. So we're going to do this as a really nice, slow fan. Inhale up. Release. Slowly roll down, flat back, proud chest, hinge to the floor or to your shins, wherever your fingertips can lead you. Nice big inhales and exhales. Maybe as you inhale, you want to grow a little bit taller through your spine. And maybe as we hinge forward, you want to reach a little bit deeper, flatten out your back a little bit more, stick your tailbone out a little further behind you. So when you fold down, hinge down, you want your crown of your head coming to me and your tailbone going the other direction. Nice long spine. Go ahead and widen your stance. Toes forward. Take your arms out like a T. We're going to just twist and rotate, and as you twist and rotate, lift your back heel. Pivot either on your toe or the ball of your foot. Rotations here. Nice and slow. We don't have to move very quickly today. We've got some balance work, which is our stability, ahead of us still. Got some nice hip openers, spinal rotations that'll loosen up our backs. I know yesterday we worked really, really hard if you came to cardio countdown, or if you're just catching this as a replay, maybe on the weekend, you had a rough week, right? But you made it through. And if you're doing this on a Tuesday or a Wednesday in the middle of the week, we got this. Let's just do this work, feel good about ourselves, and move on with our day. We're going to come into a nice big side bend. So we're going to take one arm, reach it over, other hand kind of slides down the thigh. We're in a wide stance here, almost like a windmill with your arms. Let's switch. Reach down. No pressure on your knee, just let your hand kind of slide down, land where it may, but without putting any pressure on your body. I'm just letting it slide right down side of my body as the other arm reaches up, 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 and over. Tall through your spine. This feels so good. More of this, please. You'll feel a big stretch through your obliques. Come back to neutral. Keep your feet nice and wide. We're just going to roll our spine. So we're going to tuck our chin, round our shoulders, round our back. One vertebrae at a time. Reach towards the ground. Round, 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 round. And let your hands kind of hang if you get to the floor. And then roll it up in reverse. first, take your time, one vertebrae. Shoulders roll back, neck, head, chin, okay? I'm going to show you from the side, wide stance, toes forward, chin to the chest, round out your neck, round out your shoulders, round out your spine, upper back, mid back, lower back. Stay rounded. Let your body kind of droop, depends on how low you can go, right? Everybody's going to be different here. Then reverse it back out. Lower back, mid back, upper back, shoulders, neck, chin, head. Right. Hold up top because we were running out of time on that one. That was a nice slow one. We're going to take a side lunge, so it doesn't matter which side you go to, just side lunge. Come center, stay wide, open up your chest. Shift your body weight to the other side, so we've got toes forward. Feet, both of them stay on the ground in the side lunge, okay? So as you shift your body weight to the side, this foot might want to lift up. I want you to force it down. Come center, open up your chest. Tailbone, cheek sticks out to the back of the room, push into your heel. Rise up, open your chest. Your shoulders and chest stay lifted as we shift from side to side. Your toes turn out slightly, I'm okay with that. I just don't want them turned out all the way. You can try to keep your toe further forward. And we're just shifting, knee behind the toe. Your time here. Step our feet in about hip width. So we go from this wide stance work to now a more narrow stance. About shoulder width. Shoulder width for this one. As I'm going to do it, I'm thinking I can't squat. That's what we're going to do next. I can't squat with my feet hip width. All right, so we're going to put our hands up overhead. As we squat down, we pull down and then press up. Sorry for the ankle creaks. I forgot to oil those ankles today. It is what it is. I can't help it. Squat down, pull down. Squat down, pull down. You still want your chest lifted here, okay? So if you're squatting down and your body just automatically wants to come forward, don't go down as low, stay up higher. I'd rather you stay up higher here than to come down lower and fold forward at the hips, okay? It's just tightness in your body. Stay up a little higher if you find your chest moving forward too much, okay? And you know. All right, two options here. Come down into what we would call like a frog squat, right? And we can rotate side to side. And if this is too low for you, if you have any lower back or knee issues, you can come down here, kind of hang with your elbows on your thighs, and you can twist, okay? Don't want you to hyperextend or overdo it with your knees, okay? This comes with time. Once upon a time, I couldn't get down this low. I'm getting better. Ooh, you can come up. If you need to release the tension in the thighs. You can adjust as needed if you need to come up a little higher. I need to. A couple of them down there is fine. Then the thigh burn begins. Okay, so similar thing. We're going to either squat down here and rise up, or you're going to come all the way down into your frog and then rise up, okay? You have options of levels. Remember, frogs drop their butts, right? Drop onto their hind legs. So regardless of which squat you're doing, the level, try to let your butt come down a little bit lower, okay? We did come back to a wider stance. And your toes can slightly be turned out. I know I need to turn mine out. If you have really tight hips, that's where the turnout is going to want to happen anyway, so it's going to naturally kind of happen. If you force your toes forward, it might not. Let's see what happens. A little bit more challenging. We're going to walk out to plank. Do it with our feet. So if you can, you're going to try a straight leg. Get your hands to the floor, fingertips forward, palms to the ground, and walk your feet back to plank. Now walk your feet in, tiptoe, 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 tiptoe. As far as you can get them, you might not be able to flat foot it. You might end up like here on the balls of your feet, that's fine. And then walk it back. Eye gaze is at your fingertips and ahead of you. Okay, let's try not to look at our toes or our knees. This is a challenge for many people. We've got tight hamstrings, which then pull on our lower backs too, right? Okay, so moving in with our feet may be a challenge. You know, I always tell you, either walk in with your hands or walk in with your feet. Well, today, right now in this moment, we're just doing feet. Some of you find it easier, some of you find it more challenging. This is your last one. So once you get your feet, try to flatten on the floor, roll it up. That's just the warm up. That's warm up. That is a little mobility. Let's move into balance and stability next, okay? So we're gonna stand on our right leg. Did I miss? Did I miss anything? Move ahead here. Okay, ready? Right leg on the floor, knee comes up. Open up your hip, drop your knee, lift your heel, come back to center. So basically we're just circling around with the same leg. Don't switch legs, just stay in the same leg, knee up. Open, heel up, knee down, and release. Okay, you can tap on the ground, you can float on the ground, come back to knee, open, drop the knee. You got this? It's just a rotation, a roll through the hips. So I guess this adds our mobility. Or also stability, balance on our standing leg. So your right leg is down, your left leg is lifted. We're just circling around, working through the hip joints. Roll that ball socket in your hip, basically, out. Work it. And it might be a little bit painful, okay? Do your range of motion that works for you. Next up, we're gonna stay on the same leg. He doesn't like that. There's combat people outside. Balance. You're going to take the same arm, same leg, and reach forward as your leg extends back. So basically coming to like a warrior three. Let's try opposite arm, opposite leg and see what's about. I know, hello. You were in such a tizzy there, Tootsie. Something's going on out there. So I'm going to let you choose which arm you want to use, or if you want to alternate each arm. Which one works? The leg extension. And it is ComEd. They've been out there all morning. She just figured it out now. I don't know what they're adjusting. Hopefully our Wi-Fi. Does ComEd do that? I'm sure it's all increasing our gas price. All right, go ahead and roll out that ankle. Oh. And let's try the other side, okay? So we're gonna go hip cart or hip, we're gonna do hip rotations, okay? So on your left leg now, right leg comes up, open your hip, knee comes down, back to center, okay? And like I said, if you can, float your leg. Side's a little bit harder. I can balance better on it. So up, open, you can even use your hand if you need to. Ooh. I tried not to tilt like I just did, okay? Try to stay upright over your leg. Just let this hip do the work. Wow. I need to work on this one. I'm glad we're doing this today. I swear this used to be so easy when we were younger. Open, such is life. We can still do this. That's the whole important thing, is that you can still move around there. Okay, shake it off. Let's head into balance. Extension here, okay? So it's a warrior three. We happen to call it crane in this practice, in this format. You can use whichever arm, try one of each and see. Do you like the counterbalance? Ooh, try not to put your foot down if you can. Or do you like the same arm, same leg extending? Maybe just do one of each. That's what I'm doing. I don't know that I have one that I like better than the other. But while you're doing this, make sure that you're rooted in the ground and your hips are facing the ground when you press back. You can flatten out, flex your foot when you're in this position. Ooh. Take your big toe into the ground. Wow. Okay, I rooted myself really well there. So much so that it cramped my foot. That was no arms. Okay. You guys, I'm going to challenge you in a different way today. We've done this before. You'll remember it as soon as I show you it. Go ahead and place your right leg on the floor. Balance your left knee up. Find your balance. And then close your eyes or cover your eyes with your hand. And just try to balance here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes, switch legs. Okay? So left leg on the ground, right knee up. When you're ready, close your eyes. Cover them with your hand if you need to. Whoa, this leg is way, way harder. Whew. Can you blind balance? That's basically what we're working on here. Think about how much we use our eyesight in our balance. Isn't that amazing? You got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Were your eyes closed? You missed me falling over. But we did our best. Very interesting, isn't it? Okay, we're coming back into those squats where we're down kind of in a frog squat here, okay? You don't have to come down as low. We're just going to drive up, come down. If you want to balance here, you can balance here, or pause there, I should say, because you're kind of pausing. All right, so if you're feeling good about this, you can lift your heels and kind of balance on the balls of your feet, okay? Now balance comes into play. Ankle strength. All of the muscles in the small stabilizers in your feet. We're building the strength in our feet. We've done this before. Warrior rhythm class, and we're lifting up our heels and holding our heels up as we do Arnold presses. We're just going to do it here too. All right, go ahead and lower your heels. Whew. Let's take our right leg forward, left leg back into a nice low lunge. We're going to twist, open, and then go ahead and twist, open the other way, drop your heel. Okay, let's do it again. Pick up your heel, lift your back heel, okay? Open twist, so same leg that's forward, the arm opens. And go ahead and take that hand to the ground if you can. Drop your back heel and open. Now, if you want a yoga block here, this would be the place to quick grab it. Remember, yoga blocks you can put here, here, or here, okay? There's lots of ways you can place it. So if you need just a little bit of help, right, on this part here, and then let's straighten up to triangle. Okay, hold triangle. See what I'm saying? If you need a little bit of help here, okay? So again, you can place it like this. Place it like this if you need a little bit taller. When you're in triangle, your feet are perpendicular. Turn it this way. You see perpendicular? Legs are straight, chest is open, shoulders should be stacked. You're reaching your top arm. I'm gonna change this music. I don't want. You're gonna head into a warrior two. Hold, hold, hold. Isn't that nice to go from that triangle to a warrior two? Now come back to triangle. Now come back to warrior two. So we go bent knee, straight leg, bent knee, straight leg. A little tick-tock there. You don't need the yoga block. You can always just do this without it. Pretty cool. I like that. All right, let's go ahead and switch legs. So we're going to take low lunge with our other leg. Again, if you need your block there, use it. Twist yourself open. Go the other way. Ooh, this side's harder. You definitely need this here. So open, we're just going to twist, 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 side to side. Use your block if you need it. So I told you we do a little spinal rotation here. This is what it is right here. Feels so good. Also chest opener. Also opens up your shoulder. because you're opening up your chest, you're opening up the joints for your shoulder. So go ahead and drop your back heel, straighten up your front leg, let's come in a triangle, stack your shoulders, open up your chest, use your block if you need to. Oh, this feels good. This also feels like a really good stretch on my hamstrings and my calves. So do you feel that in the back of your legs, the back of your thighs? All right, come up to a warrior two. Reach your fingertips long, front to back. Feet are perpendicular, front knees bent. Now straighten your front leg and into your triangle. So again, yoga block can be here if you don't want your yoga block, you're just reaching. Come back up to your warrior two, bend your front leg. Back leg stays straight. Drop your bottom. You want this side parallel to the floor if you can. And then back to triangle. When we open up our chest like this, it releases some of the muscles in our shoulders. That's what I was trying to say, so that it opens up our shoulders. So sometimes we don't have just tight shoulders. Sometimes it's a tight chest, from plank work, push-ups, etc. That when you open it up, it opens our shoulders open. All right, we have one more thing to do in this section before moving on to a little bit of floor work. We'll end up hands on the floor anyways. We're inchworming. This time we're going to do the inchworms with our hands, okay? So if you need to bend your knees, otherwise legs straight. We fold forward, walk it, hands forward, to plank, walk it back, hands to the feet. Can you stay in a forward fold here with your hands on the ground, or do you almost make it? How are your hamstrings feeling? Can you walk yourself back? Eye gaze is ahead of you, so stop looking at your toes and your knees. Try to watch your fingertips and then the front of your mat. Your chin is up. We don't want the blood pooling to your heart. This is probably my favorite part right here. My hamstrings need it after we just loosened them up. This feels really good. Shoulders are out of your ears. I'm going to turn myself sideways on this last plank. Okay, so if you want to turn yourself sideways, if it's easier for you to see what I'm doing, and turn your head this way, turn yourself sideways, okay? We are going into a down dog. Eye gaze behind your fingertips. Push your palms into the ground, spread your fingertips out wide. Give yourself a good base. Hands are shoulder width, feet are hip width. Come up to your toes. So tiptoe down dog. Go back to down dog. And then crouch. Okay, so down dog. Tiptoe, so you're rolling your ankle joint. Back to down dog. Crouch. Down dog. Tiptoe. Or balls of your feet. Pull your heels back down. Crouch. Eye gaze to your fingertips, not at your toes. I know it's so hard. So we're rolling through the ankle joint, and then we're crouching back. This is good for your ankle mobility, okay? And it just stretches out all the muscles in your toes, your feet, your ankles, and your calves and your hamstrings, okay? Let's head into child's pose. So my ankles crack a lot, right? I need that. My ankles have been kind of locking up a little bit the past couple of days. So we go from child's pose to a cobra pose, okay? So we're lowering our belly buttons, lifting our chest, and then come back to child. Cobra. You can keep your toes curled under or flatten them out once you hit cobra, shoulders out of your ears. Back to child's pose. And a cobra. You can move at your own pace here. You don't have to keep up with me, but otherwise you don't feel like pacing yourself. Go ahead. Stick with me. Child's pose. Cobra. Hold your cobra here. Chin up. Elongate through your front. And then let's come to all fours. We've got cat-cow. So hands on your shoulders, knees on your hips. Tuck your chin, round out your spine, tuck your tailbone. Push the ground away from you with the palms of your hands. Release, chin up. Let your belly button drop just a little bit. Tailbone comes up to the ceiling. And then go back to your cat-cow, or again, go back to your cat. Let's be cats. If you think about about drawing your belly button in and hollowing out your center, and then just also pushing like almost out of your armpits and push your hands into the floor. It's like a string reaching through your mid-back all the way up to the ceiling. You can get a really big stretch. So push the ground away from you when you're in the cat, okay? Push it away, hollow out your armpits, hollow out your center, pull your belly button in, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, and release. I always feel like it's a really nice stretch in your back. We don't get to really round it out and stretch it like this unless we really push ourselves to do so. We're gonna thread the needle. So we're gonna take one arm, reach it through. You take your top hand out. We'll do one side for about 30 seconds and then we'll do the other, okay? You can sit your bottom back at your heels, or you can keep up your tailbone high and lifted. That's up to you. Let's go ahead and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. So all fours, other arm threads through. You can keep your tailbone lifted or drop it. Walk your top arm out, reach through. Nice deep breaths here. Now is a good time to focus a little bit on your breathing. Are you already feeling better than when you started? I hope so. This feels so good. We're going to come into an angled child's pose next. So let's take our right hand, place it down kind of right by our shoulder, and let's sink our bottoms back, and then take your left arm and reach it at a diagonal across. So you should feel a nice stretch through your tricep, your lats, your serratus, all the way down through your oblique to your hip, okay? So you just kind of reach and stretch it on back. And then let's switch sides. So take your other hand right in front of your shoulder, and then your right arm is going to reach forward, pull your bottom back towards your heels, sit bones by your heels. You can even lay your forehead down on the hands on the ground by your shoulder. That's a nice little rest. That's a good resting spot. So opening up all of our postural muscles, stretching and lengthening them right now. We're going to come up to a kneeling position. If this is too much on your knees, you can come to stand and do it, or you can put something soft under your knees. But we're going to go ahead and just come into this nice low kneeling position, so bottom on your heels. In Warrior Rhythm, sometimes we put the yoga block here if you need just a little extra something to lift you, so you're not like on your knees, all that pressure on your knees. You can always put the block there to kind of hold yourself up. Thumbs up, thumbs down, reach behind, roll your shoulders down and back, open your chest. Release. We'll go thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down, hands clasped behind your back, roll your shoulders down and back, open up your chest. All right, release that. We're going to come to one knee. So again, if it's too much on your knees, put something soft underneath it. We're going to let's take our right leg forward, our right leg. Rock forward, little hip flexor here. You want to go ahead and reach up. Always hang here. Either way. Then we're going to come, front leg comes to underneath as a pigeon, okay? There we go. So hip flexor to pigeon. And you can lower yourself down if you want to, or stay up high, it's up to you. You can come back to your hip flexor if you like. And then come back to pigeon. If you want to just kind of move through the two movements, you're welcome to. I did see in our new, I'm not going to do it quite yet, but our next cardio countdown, there's some, I think it's down dog to pigeon. I'm not sure, I have to check it out. But go ahead and drop your bottom, bend your back leg. So if we're going to be doing more pigeon in that class, as I change up the routine. Hand comes behind you, we're going to come mermaid. You can go palm to the ceiling. Release if you'd like, or hold it. Reach. Release or hold. Finish off your reach. We're going to take our back leg and slip it forward. swing it around, hamstring stretch. If you need to open up this leg, that hurts my knee a little bit, so open it up a little bit and reach forward towards this foot, hamstring stretch. So your back leg is now your front leg. We're going to do the same stretches on the other side. Let's hold here for 10 more seconds. So let's position ourselves so our left leg is forward and our right leg is down into our hip flexor stretch, or whichever leg you didn't do, okay? Back, forward, and back. If you need something under your knee, put it there. Shoulders stay up tall. Good posture. You can rock or you can hold the pose. You can reach or you can just keep your hands down. And then come into pigeon. You can stay up high or you can come down low. You can stay there or you can come back and flow through hip flexor stretch. And pigeon again. Front of the hip, outer and back side of the hip. Stay here or whatever position you chose for 5 more seconds, and then we're going to go into our mermaid again. Drop your bottom down, bend your both legs so that they're 90-90. Hand from this front leg comes behind you. Reach to the ceiling. You can go palm up. You can hold it or you can drop it on down, release. Lift. And release. One more time. And then sweep your back leg forward. Take a hamstring stretch. Where can you get to? Your shin, your calf, your foot. You just go as far as you can reach. If you want to extend both legs in front of you, you can. Few nice deep breaths here. We're finishing up. This is it. This is our last hold. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's one more stretch, both legs. Release, sit up tall, inhale. Hands to your heart center. Awesome job. Thank you so much for doing this today. This you can go back and do anytime you want. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. I hope you feel great. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for Get Pumped. We're lifting. We're doing strength at 9 o'clock. It's the same Get Pumped we've been doing, so it's the tracker sheets you've had if you've printed it out. That's the squat deadlift, rear lunge curtsy, chest fly, chest press, tricep press, cold crusher, wide row, bent over, wide row, narrow row, stand up, bicep curls, wide curls, and our core work. So if you have that tracker sheet, cool. If you don't, that's fine too. You can go back into our group and pull it up. But if you've pulled it up once, it should be saved in like your Google Drive as like a shared file, so, or in your history. So I'll see you back here tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining and have a good day.